here. Those letters are piling up.
Not now, babe. Please.
You've got to start sooner or later. And she really could do with your help. Roberts may be trouble.
We can handle Roberts. Smith might be a problem, though. Now that she knows I'm involved, she'll probably start working on the women.
Yeah, she's been making a few noises, but then empty vessels usually do.
Listen, Smith has been top dog for a long time. Don't you write her off yet.
At a warning?
Just friendly advice. She's got a very strong hold on those women.
But she can't give them what we can. That's why she won't beat us. Yes, I think the numbers game's working well. But it's time to move on to bigger and better things.
Such as?
The liquor trade.
Oh, forget it. If you think I'm going to smuggle liquor in here...
Make it right here in Wentworth. Well, at least the women will. Then we'll sell it back to them and make 100% profit.
No, it's still too risky.
Only for the women involved. See, if they get sprung, who can they blame? You? Nobody'd believe them.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. And I know just the person we can bring in on this deal with us.
This bloke's 64 years old.
Well, have a go, love. Maybe he prefers older women.
But if you write all that, every letter will be 10 pages long. It's not important to go into long details of the wedding, Pixie.
Yes, it is. I mean, well, what is a marriage without a wedding?
You know, Pixie has towels marked hers and to whom it may concern.
Oh, don't be mean.
Hey, Pixie, what about this stack from the Cowcockies? Do you want us to answer them too?
Oh, no, I think I'll give those to Rosemary. Well, somehow I can't see myself in the country milking all those cows and bulls.
No, nor can I.
Can we please get on with this? Yeah. Now, we need to know about income, type of job, house, personal savings, previous marriages.
Oh, previous marriages, I can tell you about that, but, oh, well, I don't know about all the rest.
Not you, love, the blokes.
Oh, golly, I didn't realise it would be so complicated.
Well, why don't you just shove them all in a hat and have a lucky dip?
And what would you be, Smith? A booby prize?
Oh, no, Miss Ferguson. Wouldn't dream of taking your place. I've been searching for someone like you for years. Your ad was like an answer to a prayer. I don't see how anybody could be so desperate enough to write to anybody in here. Well, you'd be surprised how many of them are cops. You see, they're not fussy. They'd marry anything.
Oh, dear. What have we got here? Litterbugs. Is that your letter, Mason?
Yes.
Now, just a minute.
Pick it up. Now. Okay, you lot, clean the rest of that rubbish up and get back to your cells.
It was hardly worth your while coming in there, was it? It had its uses. Oh, I do agree. You and Ferguson are great as comedy relief. What a double act. Laurel and Hardy.
Okay, Smith, Murray, Roberts, Adler, Anderson, and Shaw, you're in the laundry.
Surprise, surprise.
Stevens and Mason. Where the hell's Mason? Mason, you know you're not to leave this area after head count.
I'm sorry, Miss Ferguson. I had to get these for you.
And what am I supposed to do with them?
I could tell her, but you'd have trouble walking.
Well, I'd like you to post them for me. Thank you very much.
Just these.
Oh, well, there would have been more, but the lights went out.
Get with the others. Stevens and Mason, you're on kitchen duty. The rest of you get to cleaning duties. Come on, move it. Righto, Fisher, I want you in the kitchen. And scrub out those bins, they're disgusting. Well, I think at least you should go back and get your money. I mean, you're entitled to it.
I'd rather go without the money than have to face that man again. Anyway, I'm sure I'll get something else
Well,
soon.
of course you will, love. But you've got to get those newspapers, you know. Get in early.
I already did. As a matter of fact, I've got an interview this morning.
Oh, good girl.
And I don't suppose I'll get it.
Oh, you got to think positive. What is it you won't get?
A new job.
As a waitress.
Oh, right. Well, I will personally coach you to make certain that you do get it. Now, how about a cup of coffee for an old digger?
You weren't an old digger.
Well, can I help it if I was born too late? What's the matter, love? Hazel?
Wally, she's asked me to give her an overdose.
You refused, of course.
Yes. Maybe I...
Now, Judy, there are no maybes.
Well, how can you be so sure of that, Wally? She begged me. All she wants is to be put out of her misery. Do I have the right to deny her that? Would you?
Oh, you mustn't talk that way. You mustn't even think that way. You know what it'll mean, don't you? You go straight back to Wentworth.
Yeah, well, I have thought of that.
Yeah, it's the last thing we want. Especially Hazel.
You're right. You always are. It's just that looking at her like that, it's breaking my heart. I hope it'll be over soon.
Me too. For all our sakes.
A little job for you, Birdsworth. Turn round, we're going to the kitchen.
But I've just taken all the dirty stuff from the
Don't argue, Birdsworth, just do as you're told.
But none of those dirty tea towels will be washed up yet,
And you
Miss
will be,
Ferguson.
Birdsworth, if you give me any more arguments. Now, I'm losing my patience, Birdsworth, and that means I could get very nasty, so move.
You sure we need this many? Heavens, all those calories.
I'm not interested in potatoes, Pixie, just the peelings.
Potato peelings, yuck. Anyway, they just go straight into the bin.
Not today, they don't. You're going to steal them.
Me? But I don't want them.
But I do. And some yeast and sugar.
Well, what on earth are you going to do with them?
That's not your concern. Just keep peeling.
Well, how are you two managing? Heavens above, girl, what do you think you're doing? We're not expecting an invasion, you know.
Yes, well, I know we've done quite a few, but, well, perhaps we could freeze them.
Freeze? Freeze? You must have a brain the size of a pea, girl. I can't trust you to do anything. Now just clear that mess up. Freeze, indeed. Never thought. And don't think you're going to come cluttering up my kitchen with that. What are you doing back so soon anyway?
I'm afraid Birdsworth's a little forgetful, Mrs. O'Regan. It seems that senility is finally taking its toll, eh, Birdsworth?
Oh, I forgot to get all the dirty tea towels. Well, you can look for them yourself. Heaven knows I've got enough to do.
Pillowcases?
You heard her, Birdsworth. Get the pillowcases.
4. 2 for peelings, 2 for sugar.
But I don't understand.
Come on, we haven't got much time. Start loading.
Always smile at them, but don't let them take too long to order. Remember, we fall between the hamburger and thick shake and the finger bowl set. We can give them their prawn cocktail, T-bone and chocolate mouse for around $10.
Chocolate mouse.
Trade talk, sweet. Well, that uniform's not too great, but we'll see how you go before you get your new one. Now, don't forget, every minute that they sit out there costs us money, so move them along, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, off you go then. Good luck. Oh, and push the chicken schnitzel. We overordered.
Hello, I'm your waitress, Rosemary. Can I take your order? I can recommend the chicken schnitzel.
And it's just not good enough, Mrs. Reynolds. I swear that girl's cuckoo, really I do. Every time she comes into my kitchen, there's trouble.
Yes, I understand, Mrs. O'Regan, but please, how much sugar is missing?
You want me to be exact? They're 50-kilo bags, Mrs. Reynolds. All I can say is there's quite a lot missing from one of the sacks. And the yeast. Don't forget the yeast.
I haven't forgotten. I'll order an immediate cell search, and I'm quite sure we'll find it.
But
don't worry, whoever the culprit is, I can promise you she'll be punished.
It's that girl, you mark my words. She's crazy as a loon.
Soups.
What's this?
Tomato soup.
I can see that. What's it doing here?
Well, you ordered it.